Hey there, welcome to Proud Animator. In this video, we are going to learn how to animate a helicopter in After Effects. So, let's start. Before jumping onto After Effects, let's check out how to separate the layers in Adobe Illustrator to prepare the file for animation. So, this is the illustration we are going to use in today's lesson, and this is how I have separated the layers. So, I have kept the whole body of the helicopter in a separate layer. The windows are in a separate layer. The reflections are also in a separate layer. Okay, the blades are in a separate layer. This one is in a separate layer. Even this whole thing is in a separate layer. The machine gun is also in a separate layer, and the machine gun hands are, each of the elements are also in a separate layer, but the wheels are attached to the body. Okay, so that is how I have separated the layers in Adobe Illustrator to prepare the file for animation. By the way, if you want to learn how to design in flat style design in Adobe Illustrator, do check out my other tutorials on Adobe Illustrator. I have numerous tutorials that will teach you guys how to design in flat style in Adobe Illustrator, how to design characters. So go check them out. You will be able to get the link in the description, or you can get the link in the I button on the top right corner as well. Go check them out, and let's proceed with the animation process. Okay, so right now we are inside of After Effects, and let's first of all start with the animation of this reflection. So for that, I'm going to copy this window layer and put it above this reflection. Use it as alpha track matte, and I'm going to open the position property, put a keyframe, jump on to next 30 frames, and I'm going to move it at this extreme side, and again at this position I'm going to move it to this side. Perfect. Let's erase the keyframes and add a loop expression, which is loop in plus loop out minus the value. Perfect. Yep, it's looking pretty nice. So we can simply copy this again, and when and a little bit of offset needed. So yep, let's check out. Yeah, it's looking pretty nice. Okay, so right now we are going to click all this layer of the gun, and let's pre-comp it and name. Now we are going to parent this with helicopter body. Even the blades will be parented with helicopter body. This little stick is parented with helicopter body, and also this one will be parented with helicopter body, and also all of this. Perfect. Even the blades and blade joint. Alright, so right now if we move the body, everything should move together. Okay, let's put the anchor points somewhere around here. Perfect. Now we are going to right click on it and create shape from vector layer and the Illustrator file. Okay, now I am going to open the path property, put a keyframe on the path, and jump on to next 6 frames, and let's select this path and move it at the center like this, and I'm going to squish this sharpness and make it something like this. Perfect. Same with the other side as well. Okay, now I'm going to copy this keyframe and paste it again, and go to keyframe assistant, reverse the keyframes and select the keyframes and press F9 to erase it. Perfect. Now we are going to again do the same with the sticks as well. Let's preview the animation first, and first of all let's add the motion blur. Well, I think it can be speeded up a bit, so I'm going to jump on to next 4 frames. Perfect. Now we are going to select all these layers and pre-comp it. So open the time remapping and put the time remapping where exactly the keyframes start and end was. So for this one, in next 6 frames, and put a keyframe, and I'm going to delete this keyframe at the end of the timeline, and I'm going to put this loop expression, copy it and paste it over here. Perfect. Let's check our animation. Yep, it's looking pretty nice. Okay, so right now we are going to do the same with this blade as well. Open the rotation property and add keyframes. Jump on to next 6 frame, and I'm going to give it 3 rotations and copy the loop expression, paste it over here. Perfect. Yep, it's looking pretty nice. So both the blades are properly animated. Now let's animate the body of the character. For that, open the position property, put a keyframe, and open the rotation property and again put a keyframe. And after that, I'm going to jump on to next 12 frames and let's pull it below a bit. And also I'm going to give it a slight rotation. So at this point it will be -2. I am going to slightly pull it above, and at this point it will be -6. Perfect. And I'm going to copy the keyframes and paste it and reverse the keyframe order. Perfect. Let's, as easy as it. And let's add the loop expression. Perfect. Well, right now it will not look that good because we are going to offset the rotation so that it can have some follow through. So let's do that and let's check. Yep, right now it's looking pretty nice. Just with a few frames of offset can change your animation and give it a very good look to it. So like this, a helicopter animation can be done in After Effects. Now let's go inside the gun composition and let's animate the gun. By the way, I'm going to use Twig Bezier plugin for this particular gun animation. So for that, turn on Twig Bezier. I'm going to come over here in rigging, create structures, create arm structures. You can see that this gun arms are kind of similar to a humanoid arm, so we can use a arm structure layer for this purpose. And I'm going to put it over here. This hand, I'm going to put it over here. So this whole gun portion will be acted as a hand, and this will be the arm tip. Perfect. So I'm going to parent gun arm with gun with this arm structure layer, hand with this forearm, and gun with this hand. Perfect. Now let's turn off the visibility and come over here in links and constraints, click on auto rig. Perfect. And let's shy out these layers. Now if we move it, it is moving pretty nicely like on hand. Perfect. So right now we are going to add some animation to this gun as well. Open the position, open the rotation, put a keyframe and jump on to next 4 frames. So here will be a continuous fire animation. So for that, it will rotate in the opposite direction and move it slightly in the opposite direction again. And I'm going to jump on to next 6 frames, and again it will come back to its initial position. And here we are going to copy this and paste it over here. Perfect. And let's erase the keyframe, offset it a bit. Well, I think we can speed it up a bit, so I'm going to jump on to next 3 frame and just move this over here and jump on to next 5 frame and move it over here. And also we can add some shakiness to this animation. So for that we can move this a bit randomly, something like this over here, and also slightly rotate in the opposite direction. And at this point, let's move it around here and slightly rotate it in this direction. Perfect. Now let's check out. Yeah, it's giving some shakiness to the animation, so it's basically exaggerating the impact. Perfect. And let's check out now. Yep, it's looking pretty nice. Now only thing that left is to add fire to the animation, so let's do that. For the fire animation, I'm going to use these three shapes over here. This is made with the help of rounded rectangle in Adobe Illustrator. Okay, so right now we are going to select all these three layers, jump onto next 2 frames, and I'm going to cut the layer till 2 frames, right click on it, go to keyframe assistant, sequence layers, press OK. Perfect, it has been sequenced, and if you check it and play, you can already see that there is some animation happening over here. So I'm going to come over here in effects and presets panel, type in glow and apply glow effect, and I'm going to give it 40, a threshold of 40, and give it a radius, just increase this radius a bit. Let's give it around 80, and same for the other one as well. Perfect. And now if you check it, okay, it looks even better. Okay, right now we are going to add a circle over here at the tip of the fire from where it's starting, and put the layer below. Let's turn off the stroke, and here we are going to put it, and this will be the initial position of this, and let's give it some orange. Perfect. Now open the scale and the opacity, and I'm going to move this after 2 frames, and after 2 frames it will scale it up and its opacity will become 0, and I'm going to scale it up a bit more. Perfect. And at this point it will have 100% of opacity, and let's erase it, and also apply glow effect on this one as well, or we can simply copy the glow and select this, paste it. Perfect. And let's check our animation. Yep, it's looking pretty nice. So we are going to use this for our gun animation. So put the fire over here, okay, I'm going to parent this with gun layer and open the time remapping, put a keyframe, and at this point I'm going to again put a keyframe and just actually at this particular point put a keyframe, and I'm going to copy the loop expression and paste it over here. Yep, it's looking pretty nice. Now if we look over here, yep, it's looking pretty nice. So that is how you can animate a helicopter in After Effects. Now you can see that there are a few frames cuts over here. Now we can fix it very easily by just turning on this rasterize. Right now there isn't any frame cuts. Let's check it over here. Okay, so select the gun and again turn on the rasterize. Yeah, now it's perfect. Alright, so like this you can animate a helicopter in After Effects. You can even add a background and give it a war kind of scene to it. Okay, so try it on your own and let me know if you have any doubt regarding the lesson. So that is it for this lesson. If you liked it, then make sure to hit the like button. If you have any doubt regarding the lesson, make sure to comment down below. I will be happy to help you out. And if you're here for the first time, make sure to subscribe the channel and hit the bell notification button to stay notified for all the future updates. Until then, goodbye.